turns his glare on his boyfriend. And what effort did it take to put whatever went into your mouth today? That's what I want to know. Oh, please, says Stuart. Don't tell me we're back on that again. I told you, it was a drink. One drink. He's my boss. How could I say no? You start with an N, and then you put an O after it. It's not difficult. Just because Antonio is your boss, it doesn't mean you have to mince after him every time he clicks his fingers. There are limits, you know. Stuart gets up from the table and picks up his empty plate. For God's sake, you can be so childish sometimes. I had a drink with my boss in a public bar. I didn't go down on him in the back of a taxi. Get it in perspective, Jeffrey. Maybe if you had a job of your own, you'd understand it a little bit more. He turns then, heads toward the kitchen area. Jeffrey pushes back his chair and follows him. I wondered when that would come up. I do work, and you know it. I work on this apartment. I work on doing all your washing and cleaning and ironing. I do all the jobs you hate to do. If it wasn't for me, this place would be the stinking shithole it was before I moved in. So don't you tell me. I'm not denying what you do here, Jeffrey. I'm simply pointing out that you don't have an employer. You've never had an employer. If you did, you would understand that it's sometimes a wise move to keep on your employer's good side. And just because Antonio's a good-looking Mediterranean type, you think he's good-looking? Don't you? No. With those teeth? I think he looks like a horse. Stuart smiles. Well, he has been compared to a horse before, but not because of his teeth. Jeffrey crosses his arms again. He does it so abruptly that he punches himself in the bicep and has to pretend it doesn't hurt. Oh, so now we're getting to it, he says. The sex angle. Which angle's that, Jeffrey? Do we need a protractor? Jeffrey has to resist the impulse to stamp his foot. He's done it before, and it only causes Stuart to laugh at him. You know, you're really starting to infuriate me. This is serious. I'd like to have a proper adult conversation about this, please. Stuart throws down his dishcloth and rounds on his partner. Well, we can have an adult conversation when you stop behaving like a child. Now, if you don't mind, I need to clear away all this food you didn't eat while you were sulking. So go away and come back when you're in a more civilized frame of mind. Right, thinks Jeffrey, as Stuart shows him the back of his head again. Right. He storms toward the apartment door, thinking, I'm going out. I'm going to find a bar and get drunk, and maybe even pick somebody up and go back to their place. I may never even come back here again. He opens the door, pauses at the threshold while he takes the deep breath he needs for the commencement of this decisive journey. And don't forget Agamemnon, Stuart calls after him. Jeffrey lets the air out of his lungs again. The dog. It's time for his walkies. Not my problem, he thinks. Let Stuart do it for once. Except that it is my problem. Aggie is my dog. He'll miss me, even if nobody else in this place will. Sullenly, Jeffrey heads back into the apartment, the planned demonstration of his independence on indefinite hold. They're all smiles when he first walks in. That's because they figure he's just another dumb schmuck they can rip off with their overpriced monosodium glutamate crap. You on table? The girl asks him. She's pretty, thinks Harold, even if she is a gook. No, says Harold. I want manager. The girl looks helplessly behind her, and one of her co-workers scurries over. He's beaming idiotically, too. You want table? No, I want the manager. Are you the manager? No, no manager. Then get me the manager. No manager. It's family business. No manager. Harold sighs. Okay, then get your dad. Dad? Your father. He not here. He very busy. Doing what? Putting out the trash? The young waiter simply blinks his lack of comprehension. Around them in the restaurant, the customers sense that something untoward is taking place, and the buzz of conversation fades to be replaced by a few uneasy